Chosen ones, what I'm about to tell you might shock or even surprise you. If you're watching this video right now, it's not by accident. God has brought you here because something big is about to happen in your life. It all has to do with your birth date and the truth about your unique type and divine purpose. Yes, you read that right. The things you've been looking for and the answers you've been waiting for are already here. Within reach, God is calling you to align with your divine purpose and type, and things are coming into place faster than you think. This isn't just an awareness, it's a spiritual awakening and change as a chosen. Once you know your birth date, you can open the mysteries of your gifts, strengths, and purpose here on earth. Things are about to make sense in ways you never thought possible. You want to know your purpose and your type. Now that you know your birth date, God wants you to know that everything is about to fall into place, but you must be ready for this big change because it will help you fulfill your divine mission. So let's get to this lesson that will change your life. Stop the video for a second and do these 3 things. Press the like button, sign up to help us get to 60,000 members, and leave your birth date in the comments to find out what type you are. This will send a strong message to the world, amplifying the power of this video. Remember that if you are truly a chosen one, you will watch this video. Up until the end, your spirit already knows that this is meant for you. If you're not ready to accept this truth, you might not make it to the end, but for those who do, their lives will never be the same. God has picked you for a rare and important job. It's not merely a job or a routine task to complete. It's the transformative mission God intended for you to accomplish. Consider how big the universe is with all its stars and galaxies, and realize you were made to matter. The divine purpose God has for you is woven into the fabric of your soul, waiting for you to claim it. You should not take this revelation lightly. It will transform your life and serve as the reason for your existence. Every second you waste questioning or doubting your purpose is a moment lost. The day you were born, God gave you a divine mission with powers, gifts, and potentials that the world needs badly. Now is the time to open your heart and mind to the truth that is waiting for you. God wants you to be sure of your path, even though other people might not always understand it. The task has already begun. Others may laugh at you or think your goal isn't important, but the truth still stands. There is no doubt about your divine purpose. It was planned and meant to be. And once you understand it, you will feel the weight of the power that has been given to you. Trust this revelation and know that God is with you every step of the way. This is your time and your calling. Have you ever wondered why you were born at a certain time and date? It wasn't an accident. Your birthday is more than just a number. Your birth date is a divine signature that tells you what your purpose is in this world. It links you directly to the forces that guide you and shape your future. Understanding your divine type is the key to unlocking the reason behind every part of your life, including every event, every trial, and every victory. What kind of person are you based on your birth date? Your spirit. Calling yourself a leader or follower shows others your strengths and how you can help them. Each type has its own set of abilities and a reason for being here, whether you're a leader or a follower, a healer, a teacher, or a guardian. The tools you need to make a difference were given to you on your birthday. When you find your type, you'll know what your life's purpose is. Life is busy, and it's easy to forget that you are a part of something much bigger. The universe, despite its complexity, has a grand plan, and you were always meant to play a key role in it. Your birth date is the key to this truth, and God is calling you to recognize it right now. Don't ignore the power of this knowledge. It's time to step into your purpose. The world is full of noise, distractions, and many voices pulling you in different directions, but there is one voice that stands out above them all, God's voice. He is speaking to you now, and He wants you to know your type and your purpose. The time has come to act. You no longer have to wait, question, or wonder. God is showing your divine mission, and He wants you to step into it with courage, clearness, and goal. Distractions that have kept you from your divine road aren't just outside, they often come from within, like doubts and fears. The enemy uses these things to keep you from reaching your full potential, but God is telling you that this confusion is over. You don't need to waste any more time feeling lost or uncertain. Your purpose is clear, and it's time to stop letting the world tell you what you're worth or your mission. The journey ahead won't always be easy. There will be problems, challenges, and times when people make fun of your calling or question your choices. But that's all part of the journey. The important thing is to stay true to your purpose no matter what. God has given you the strength, power, and direction to do so. The world needs you to fulfill your divine mission now more than ever. You were picked by God, not by chance, but by design. You were hand-picked for a specific reason, and you must always remember this. In a world that often seems uncaring, it's easy to feel lost or unimportant. But know this: God sees you. He knows your struggles, your doubts, and your fears, but He still chose you. You are a part of something amazing. Your purpose is divine, and you have the gifts you need to carry it out. God has a plan for each of us, and our personalities show how we are supposed to fit into that plan. Whether you are called to lead, teach, heal, or protect, you have a part to play. Your divine mission is different from everyone else's. It has a shape and a power that is all its own. It's time to step into your purpose, trust that you have everything you need to succeed, and embrace your unique calling. The world may not understand your journey, but that doesn't matter. As you step into your calling, remember that you are not walking alone. God is with you, supporting you, and showing you the way. No matter what the world says, you have been chosen, and now is the time to fully embrace that truth. Your divine type is an identity that shapes your actions, decisions, and interactions with the world. Whether you are a prophet, teacher, leader, or warrior, your type determines how you will bring light to the world. Understanding your type means understanding your strengths. Sometimes people feel like they're hiding their gifts, but once they know what they are, everything makes sense. They will see how their life has shaped them to easily find their calling. God gave you certain qualities that are in line with your divine mission. It's time to fully embrace them. What powers do you have? Your type tells you. The more you learn about your true self, the clearer your role becomes. Trust that your type is not random. God chose you because you are the best person to carry out its goal. Don't be afraid of it. Step forward and become it. As a prophet, you have a divine calling to impart knowledge, truth, and guidance to others. Your gift is that you can see things that others can't. You are a channel through which God's voice flows. This calling is not for the timid, as it frequently encounters doubt, opposition, and resistance. However, keep in mind that your purpose is profound. You are obligated to convey the truth, regardless of its difficulty. Accept your role, even if other people don't get it. Prophets' messages often get misunderstood or ignored because they question the status quo. This is part of the calling. When you walk in your purpose as a prophet, you become a light in a world full of darkness. Do not run away from the duty that God has given you with this holy mission. Know your power and be sure to tell the truth. The hermit is supposed to get wise through solitude and quiet reflection. If you're this type, you may often feel pulled to being alone or deep reflection. Your strength comes from within, and God has given you the ability to look inside to find answers. You might feel different from other people because you need time to yourself to connect with God and figure out your purpose. When you're alone, you find clarity, even though the world around you might seem loud and crazy. If you're a loner, you'll do best in the quiet. Know that your goal is to gain deep inner wisdom. It's your job to share that knowledge with others when the time is right. Don't be afraid of being alone. Use this time to get closer to God. The lessons you gain will not only help you, but they will also inspire others when you share them. The healer's job is to bring balance back to people who are suffering physically, emotionally, or spiritually. If you are a healer, you feel deeply for other people's pain. Your job is to comfort, restore, and heal those who are in need. You have a special power to calm troubled hearts and mend broken relationships. Broken hearts. Even though it may seem like the world is in pain a lot of the time, you have been picked to bring comfort and healing. Being a healer has its challenges. You may feel worn out by other people's pain, but remember that God gave you the strength to keep going. Your purpose is holy, and the work you do is important. Whether you help people heal physically, emotionally, or spiritually, you are making a big difference. Trust in your gifts and keep sharing them. As an empath, your ability to deeply understand and feel other people's emotions is both a gift and a responsibility. You are meant to connect with people on a deep level, helping them feel seen and heard in ways that others can't. You have the unique ability to sense and ease emotional pain, bringing comfort just by being present. Though this deep connection can make you feel overwhelmed by others' emotions, don't fear this sensitivity. It will guide you on your mission. Accept that you are a link between souls that helps others heal, and have faith in your ability to handle these feelings and use them for the greater good. Your purpose is to connect deeply with the people around you and give them the compassion they need. The endurer is called to keep going even when things get tough. If this describes you, you have an incredibly strong inner strength that doesn't give up, even when things get hard. You are a warrior in spirit, meant to go through trials and come out stronger each time. Someone may not understand why you endure so much, but God gives you the strength to handle pain and hardship and uses it to make you stronger. This endurance isn't about avoiding problems, it's about facing them head-on and using them to grow. You may be tested in ways that seem unbearable, but God is with you the whole time, strengthening your resolve. Your ability to get back up after every fall is your gift, and it will inspire others who are going through their own problems. Remember that your stamina is meant to last and that every challenge has a purpose. As a leader, it's your job to provide power and direction to those you lead. Your job is to motivate, plan, and lead with honesty, guiding others to find their own ways. You have the power to see the bigger picture, and it's your job to get everyone to work together toward a common goal. Leaders are often visionaries who can see past the present and have the courage to make choices that will affect the future. While leadership can be hard, it's also a gift, and people will look to you for guidance. You must lead with humility, wisdom, and strength. Your type requires you to stay grounded in your purpose, ensuring that the direction you provide is aligned with God's will. Lead with confidence, knowing that God has equipped you to handle the weight of leadership. The visionary's mission is to see beyond the present and bring forth innovative ideas that can change the world. You have been given the ability to envision a future that others may not be able to see. Your type is one of foresight, and your purpose is to inspire transformation and progress. Being a visionary requires faith, as not everyone will immediately understand or accept your ideas. But God has given you the gift of foresight for a reason, because you are meant to lead change that the world needs. Your fresh perspective. Do not be discouraged when others doubt you. Instead, keep pushing forward with the certainty that your vision will ultimately bring positive transformation. Teachers are called to share knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, helping others find their way. If this is your type, you have the unique ability to help others grow in wisdom by guiding them through life's complexities. Your job is not just to teach facts, but also to help people learn more about themselves and grow as people. Some people, as teachers, people may often come to you for advice, which is exactly what God wanted. Use your knowledge to show others the way. Your words, whether spoken or written, will plant seeds of truth in their minds. There are seeds that can change lives, and even though it's hard to teach, remember that each lesson is part of a bigger plan from God. People may question, doubt, and not believe in your divine purpose. There will be times when people laugh at you or even make fun of your path. These times will test your faith and make you question whether you're on the right track. But God wants you to know that's a sign. The world often makes fun of things it doesn't understand, and your mission is to take that into account. Other people may think your purpose is strange or even impossible, but that doesn't make it less powerful. Stay true to your calling. Trust that God chose you for this moment and that no amount of ridicule can change the truth of your divine mission. When you doubt yourself, turn to God. He knows your struggles and will help you stand firm in your purpose. This is your calling. Accept the ridicule as proof that your mission is important. As a protector, you have been chosen to stand up for those who can't do it themselves. Your divine mission is to defend, protect, and ensure justice prevails no matter what. You may be drawn to causes that require courage and a willingness to sacrifice for the sake of others, whether in your community, your family, or on a larger scale. Your purpose is clear: to defend the innocent and fight for what is right. Being a protector isn't easy. You often have to face unpleasant truths, challenge powerful forces, and put your own safety at risk. But remember that God is your shield and His strength will keep you safe. Give you the strength to fight for justice. Your purpose is important to the greater good, and every time you stand up for someone, you achieve your purpose. The warrior is a brave and fearless person who is meant to fight for a cause greater than themselves. If this sounds like you, you are called to stand firm in battle and use your strength and courage to protect what is right, whether you fight on the physical, mental, or spiritual plane. Your mission is one of strength, valor, and honor. Being a warrior doesn't mean avoiding the fight. It means embracing it with a sense of purpose and divine clarity. You are not alone in this battle. God is your armor and strength, and He has given you everything you need to succeed, whether the battle is internal or external. Remember that your courage and determination to do the right thing will win the world. Warriors like you, who are ready to fight for what's right and fair, shouldn't be afraid of the challenge. There is a good reason for you to fight, and your victory will honor God's plan. Your struggles, doubts, and times when you wonder if your mission is worth it are all seen by God. He also sees your tears, the times you felt lost and the days you felt like you weren't making any progress. But God is telling you now that your struggles are not in vain. They are part of the process that will lead you to clarity and purpose. Every hardship and obstacle is shaping you to become the person you are meant to be. God knows your heart and your challenges, and He is refining you through them. You will get the understanding you need in due time. If you keep walking in faith, you will begin to see your purpose unfold in front of you. Trust the process and know that God is leading you through it. You have a purpose. You've just been distracted by the world's noise, your heart's confusion, and others' opinions for a long time. But now God is clearing away the distraction so you can see clearly. God is calling you to action, and your past obstacles are fading as you focus on your divine purpose. As you do this, you will start to see the world around you differently. Your calling isn't just an idea, it's a clear mission that God has set before you. Trust in His guidance, and you know that the time to act is now. True happiness comes from following your divine purpose. If you trust the path God has set out for you, everything else will fall into place, no matter what problems come up or what other people say. If you follow your divine purpose, you will find peace, joy, and satisfaction that the world can't give you. Believe in your divine purpose and follow it wholeheartedly, even if it seems hard or uncertain. God knows what He wants for you and will lead you to the right people, places, and times. As you trust Him more, He will show you more of the beautiful life He has planned for you. You will find fulfillment if you know your purpose and are following God's calling. Trust in your journey, not the destination. As you continue on your divine path, you will face mockery, disbelief, and resistance from those around you. The world doesn't always understand divine calling, and your journey may seem out of line with how others think you should live your life. But God is reminding you today that the struggle is real and part of the process. As you pursue your purpose, you will encounter more resistance, but each challenge is part of the process. Making fun of yourself is a chance to grow stronger. God has already given you the power to rise above. Don't let other people's opinions stop you. What matters is that you are following God's plan for your life, and no matter how much mockery you face, you will keep going. Your divine mission comes at a cost. It requires dedication, sacrifice, and persistence. God says today that the reward is worth the effort, even though you will tire and want to quit. The sacrifices you make will lead to greater blessings for you and the people you serve. Sticking to your divine purpose means standing strong even when it seems like everyone is against you. God knows the sacrifices you are making, and He will honor your faithfulness. Trust that God is with you every step of the way, and know that your dedication will pay off in ways you can't even imagine. God picked you for this moment, and He's calling you to boldly step into your divine purpose. Distractions, doubts, and ridicule no longer have power over you. Now is the time to fulfill your destiny. You were born for this. Everything you've been through has been preparing you for this very moment. Rise up and embrace your calling. Your chosen mission awaits you. Trust that every step you take is leading you toward your divine destiny. Now is your chance to shine, step into your purpose, and fulfill the destiny that God has placed on your life. God knows the confusion that has been clouding your mind for so long. You've felt lost, distracted, and unsure about the purpose you were born to fulfill. You've wondered why life has been so hard and why the way forward is so unclear. But God sees you in your confusion. God understands the moments when you've questioned your value and found yourself pulled in numerous directions, unsure of where to go. Now He's telling you something very important. He has always had a purpose for you that is uniquely yours. You were chosen by God and given a purpose as soon as you breathed your first breath. Don't be confused anymore. God is shining His light on your path to give you the clarity you need to see the way forward. Your distractions are fading, and each step brings you closer to your divine mission. Trust in His time and know that your confusion has led to this moment of clarity. For years, you may have let other people's criticism and ridicule cloud your view. God knows that some people have laughed at you, questioned your purpose, and made you feel bad about yourself. These words have been harsh and loud, but they don't define you. In fact, they are often signs that you are on the right track. Following your divine purpose is the right path, even though the world may not always understand it. But now, it's time to shut those people up. It's not okay for anyone to make fun of what God has planned for you. God's telling you about your mission isn't a brief moment. This message encourages you to confidently pursue your calling. You are no longer being confused or made fun of. Recognize that God has chosen you for greatness and proceed confidently, understanding that your purpose is unfolding in perfect harmony with His plan. As you've tried to stay focused on the path God has set for you, the noise and stress of everyday life have made it hard to hear His voice. While it may seem like you're in a rut, uncertain about your direction, God is aware of your challenges and prepared to guide you through them. Now is the time for God to reveal His divine purpose for your life. He is calling you to step away from the things that have been blocking your view. The world's noise will no longer drown Him out. You were chosen for a reason that is both unique and important. You have a goal that needs your full attention and commitment. Get rid of the things that are distracting you and believe in God's plan for your future. Distraction often leads to confusion and doubt. God knows this, and He has given you everything you need to deal with these problems. Your strength lies in your focus. When you return to the purpose He gave you, you will feel a deep sense of peace, knowing that you are walking in line with His will. God has a plan for you bigger than any temporary slip-up. No doubt God wants you to choose a path and stick to it. Your spiritual goal. Stop letting things hold you back and step into your calling from God. This is your epiphany, and it's time to confidently advance. The ridicule of others has burdened you for too long. Many of you have endured ridicule for sharing your dreams and visions. People have laughed at your beliefs, brushed off your calling, and even tried to convince you that your purpose is pointless. These voices have made you doubt your calling, making you wonder if you were really chosen by God. But God wants you to hear this today. The mockery is over. No longer will other people's opinions guide your path. God picked you and has given you a sacred and unique mission. The world's judgment can't change what God has given you to do. God's calling is greater than any human opinion, and He is strengthening your spirit to do it. Even if people make fun of you, stand tall. The time for questions is over. You must now walk with the confidence that you are doing exactly what God has called you to do. It's easy to feel down when people doubt you, but remember that God has already confirmed your purpose. Often, the abuse you face shows how outstanding you are. When people make fun of what you do, it's usually because they don't understand the divine mission. Hold on to your calling, knowing that God is with you and that your purpose matters more than others' opinions. God wants you to be brave in your purpose. You won't let other people make you feel bad or unworthy anymore. God chose you, and His plan for you surpasses any mockery you may encounter. This is the end of the jokes, and now a new chapter of strength, confidence, and unwavering faith starts.